The Bloom Table.
Bloom, guess who stepped in the room? Oh, hi, y'all. I'm Cupcake. I am part of the Bloom Table, as you can see. And I'm here with
Me, Rosie, Sweets.
my mama.
This is another episode of the Bloom Table. We're going to be talking about moving on today. What are you moving on from? And what are you moving in to? So we're just going to start it like open dialogue. So whoever wants to jump in there, go ahead and jump in there.
So the question is, what are you moving on from?
Right.
And what are you moving on to?
Into, yep.
That is such an amazing question. What am I moving on from? Being responsible for what people feel that I should do with unspoken expectations.
Yeah.
I'm moving on from that. Like, I don't care what you thought this was. You never even asked me.
Yeah.
We never talked about it. There was never any dialogue. We didn't discuss it. You just assume that I would do this, or you assume that I should be like this, or you assume that I should say this or shouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm moving on from that.
Right.
I'm free, y'all. I'm free. It's amazing to move on from people's unspoken expectations.
Mm-hmm.
People have all these strange expectations for you, and they never asked you.
Right.
They never consulted you.
Right.
They never even considered you what they were considering you for.
Right. That's a fact.
That's true.
It's like the craziest thing.
Yeah.
So I'm moving on from that, and I'm moving into minding my own business.
Yes. That's good.
I'm just staying in my own lane, doing my own thing.
Right.
I don't care what nobody else tribulations, trials, hardships are. I'ma just do me and mind my own business.
Right.
Now, if God tell me to pray for you or to intercede or bless you, you know, whatever He tell me to do, again, because I'm on what He on.
Right.
So I'm gonna do just that, you know. But I'm moving on from other people's business, and just moving in my own lane, doing my own thing, just not worrying about what other people doing.
Right.
If I only got one follower and one broken nail, that's what I got, you know.
Right.
So I don't got a gazillion trillion followers, you know.
Right.
So everybody don't like me.
Right.
That's okay,
Yeah.
Right.
because I'm not for everybody.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I'm not gonna do everybody, you know,
Right.
and that's okay. So
Yeah.
I'm staying in my lane, and it's an amazing thing to come to when you just wake up and you free,
Yes.
and you don't
absolutely.
have nobody to answer to but God,
Yes.
and of course my husband, my spouse,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But everybody else, you can kick rocks.
With bare feet.
Exactly. Blood on the heel of your toe.
Right.
I don't care. I don't know. It ain't my business. So
Yeah.
I ain't offering no Band-Aid. I ain't got no alcohol. I'm just minding my business. Right.
Right.
I'm fresh out, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm moving on to minding my business.
That's good. That's good. I mean, that's biblical. Mind your business. I mean, it is. It really is. Like, you know, I think that if more people had that concept of minding their business, you know, like I seen a thing, it said, may my business be as uninteresting to you as yours is to me.
Hello. Yeah.
Because I don't care.
Right. Right.
I'm
that
like,
part.
this doesn't concern me.
Right.
And especially like when you said being free, it's like, girl, I'm free.
Yeah.
And like, he whom the Son sets free
Is
is
free
free
indeed.
indeed. And we say that a lot here.
Yeah, we do.
Because that's the ultimate freeing. People don't really care for that sometimes, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and like you said, you're not accountable to anybody, and God loves you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if He be for you, who can be against you? You
Right.
know? So I mean,
Right.
hey, I'm sold.
Right.
Minding my business.
And especially if I'm not coming for you, towards you,
Absolutely.
with any foul spirit,
Right.
any animosity, you know, that I have no ill will towards you.
Yeah.
Now, what you do towards me ain't none of my business.
Right.
You know, how you treat me ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between you and God.
Right.
But I am responsible for how I treat you. So I'm going to learn how to treat you by minding my business.
Right.
you know. But if you need me, you know, and God say the same,
Right.
then I'm here.
Right.
But if not, you know, I'm not trying to figure out why Jawanja and
Jawanja.
Tanika and Dottie and all of them doing this and doing that, and why they ain't. And why ain't got no money, why they ain't doing it. It ain't my business. I don't know.
I think that a slight sidebar on that, because you said, you know, how you do me is not my business.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth off God's people. Please. Y'all be joking and playing around until the joke's on you.
Right.
It's not funny no more, you know. And I don't know what's happening because you talk too much. That's what happened. You was running your mouth about somebody you don't know nothing about, and now look at you. You know, windows gone in your house done caught on fire, all type of stuff. Y'all, I don't know what's happening. I know what happened.
Ingrown toenail.
Right.
You can't get
The
rid
most
of.
littlest inconvenient
Right,
thing. It's
right.
like, oh, you know,
It's
definitely.
always pussing and bleeding. You like, Lord,
It's like,
will I be whole?
right. You
Will
like,
you
will
be quiet? Will you shut your mouth?
They like,
Like,
nah.
nah.
Nope, that's out.
Right.
That's out. For me, I am moving on from people's opinion of me.
Yeah.
Whatever they thought of me, whatever I used to be, because old things have passed away.
Right.
Whatever it is that they are, you know, saying or used to say about me, but are still bringing to me.
Yeah.
I'm moving on from that.
Yeah.
You can try to put me in a prison there, but I'm not gonna let you.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just moving on from the things that I used to be, you know, the things that people try to say I am, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. It doesn't matter, because I know that the things that I do are rooted in God.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I know that God is pleased with me, even if you're not, that's okay. Because I'm not doing it unto you. I'm not doing it to please you. I'm doing it to please him. So it's like, and there's a sense of peace in that. Like, you know, when you know that God has released you, and you know that you're able to do certain things, say certain things, because you've been released to do them.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what the earth thinks.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what I mean when we talk about boldness, you know, the ability to say, like, no, like, even if you don't like it, that's cool, I get it, but that's not really my problem. Take it up with him.
Right.
So for me, it's really, really the opinions of old things, you know, because that's not where I am. That's not who I am anymore. And I choose not to live in that space. Moving on to or into my winning season.
Yes.
Because we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
You know, the winning season is big. To be clear, like, it's still like some bumps, you know, when you're winning, that happens.
Yeah.
You know, you just take a lick and keep on ticking.
Right.
But definitely standing firm and saying, no, like, I am winning.
Yeah.
Come what may, the devil tries it. That's how you know you winning, because here
Right.
he come with his foolishness.
Right.
He like, let me see what I got in this bag.
Right.
And I'm like,
he don't have to come when you're losing.
yeah. He, like she said, I'm gonna just clock out. They
Right,
lost
right.
already, you know. You know, so just fully accepting, embracing the win, and just, you know, walking into that kingdom mindset of it
Yes.
too. Like, knowing what's an attack, what's not an attack, knowing, you know, what I'm really dealing with in every aspect. You know, is it a spiritual thing? Is it an earthly thing? Is it a big deal? Is it a little deal? Most of the things that I encounter are small deals, because I already know what God said.
Yeah.
So anything that touches me, anything that hits me, anything that comes my way, that doesn't change my promise.
Yeah.
The promise is still yet the promise.
Right.
So that's my thing. Just standing firm in Christ and saying, like, no, like, I'm winning. I'm going to continue to win. And sometimes the win is bad because it's not really bad, but it's more so like, you know, you get dragged to the win because people got something to say and they want to do this, they want to do that. And that's cool. But that doesn't change the fact that I walk away with the win.
Yeah. Because it's like, nah, 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 nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I'm still winning.
Right, like-
no. Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, now my heart is getting so full hearing these things. But for me, I will really say I'm moving out of a rejection perception, like thinking that rejection was bad, thinking that, you know, rejection equals I didn't fit there, so I don't fit anywhere. And it's like, no, I'm fit right in his hand. Like,
Right.
I'm like, he is madly in love with me. Like, meaning the Lord. Like, he feels that way about me and anybody that I encounter if they so choose. But as if is for me, I receive. You know, I'm in a space that's like, man, the rejection was actually the Lord just coming, drawing me closer so that I would be received. Yeah, and know I'm protected. So I would say, like, just having a perception that I'm rejected and that I don't fit and I'm different and it's a negative thing. No, I'm moving out from that, and that attaches to offense. That attaches to pride. That's like the clique that I was in with thinking you're rejected. Yeah. So, just being free and living out the freedom in that. And not feeling bad about it, like, ooh, like you getting too big-headed, or you think you different, or you better. Yes, I am. Like, because of I am, you know? And then moving into just being radically loved by God and by the ones that he's placed in my life, and knowing that anything that is adjustments and pruning and the things that we've talked about over this time is all for me to truly bloom. Yeah. Like, all of these things are so necessary. All these things have been prayers that my sisters have had. All these things I prayed for friends from the past, thankful for them. Just every single thing, like, man, all the connections and relationships. It's like in a space of like, I had to really grow through this process of forgiveness to come to this very spot right here. Yeah. And like she said, yes, it is days where it's like, I never liked roller coasters. Yeah. But it's like the Lord inside of me, like a new core is there. So where I don't have to do that in my mind. Yeah. I can feel the waves of emotions coming and going, but I'm not my emotions. I'm not the way I feel. I don't have to look through my filter as, this is the way I feel, so this is what I will think. This is how I think about this person. This is how I feel about me. No, because my identity is in that Bible. That's the only book that the author truly is in love with you. Yeah. Even if they tell you the things in truth and the things that may, hurt. It's still like, man, you love me enough to tell me the truth. Right. And like, that's what I needed the whole time. Yeah. So I'm thankful, like, to be moving out of that spirit of rejection that brings on an orphan spirit, make you feel like you never can be loved, make you feel like you don't deserve love, make you feel like you just are not receptive, even if it's happening consistently, and that I don't belong, which invites more of the types of people and spirits and situations that creates that kind of circumstance. Yeah. So it's like, I am the drama, but I never wanted to be about drama. I always wanted to be about peace. Yeah. Peace, Mish. Yeah. Only peace that comes is from Christ. Yeah. So really to release the things that I was in rejection, to receive being in this spot right here where it's like, okay, I'm ready for my winning season to begin. Yeah. Like, I was losing, but the losing really shaped my character. It really made me not be in a space that's too haughty and arrogant about myself. Yes, I'm beautiful, but my beauty is from within. I got the beautiful inside and out. Yeah. I want to see what that looks like in you, Lord. Like, to where when the beauty's fleeting and it's fading, I still know I'm a beautiful person because I'm in you and because you're in me. Right. So I feel like that's what I've been seeking, and I've right at the spot where it's like there's no distractions, there's no me creating distractions for myself, because I've did that plenty of times just to not deal with the stuff. The stuff is coming up, and so is the good stuff, as well. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay, that's good stuff right there.
That's good.
That's powerful awareness. Yeah. That's powerful, really intel for yourself. Yes. Like, when you have that awareness, you have that intel, you have that that moment, that aha moment. Yes. It really unlocks a lot of things for you, because it's like, no longer am I stuck in being abandoned or mistreated or not wanted or never good enough, or where do I fit in at, or always displaced, if you will. Yes. To be able to have that intel, have that intellect, have that mindset, have that freedom. Yes. Because it's freedom. Yeah. That, man, you working with some stuff now.
Man, I got a little bit of tools up in there.
Yeah, your tool belt getting stacked up.
Because I truly believe, Mama Sweet's, like, we weren't created for only deliverance. Yeah. I feel like we do come into the Christ, and then we come into a space of deliverance, and then from deliverance we go to being discipled. And then once we get discipled, then we go from being discipled to having dominion. Yeah. So I feel like I have not known how to walk out having dominion in Christ, like, because I haven't received that I have it, So I feel like that's I feel like that's truly where I'm at. Like, okay, deliverance, I wasn't created for that. I was created to be loved and love with the love of Christ, and have the correction come and be able to be that pillar for somebody in life as Christ was and is in me and for everyone. And when I go from deliverance to discipleship to dominion, it's going to be a victorious life. I'm going to know I'm an overcomer even when I'm not overcoming. I'm going to know the weapons will form, but they really won't prosper for myself. So I love to pivot and be in this spot where it's like, ooh, I'm in between of like, man, Lord, you did this thing, and I see what you did. I know that you had to do it like that. I didn't know it, and I was like, you can have all of me. That's what it meant, but that's what it meant. So you didn't turn it up, and now I'm ready to see it go up and just continue to go up in you, so that I can know there's no down in you. Even when I get low, and you're here with me when I get low. Yeah. So I want to be there where I'm like, okay, like I'm, come to you as a child. I want to be able to do that as I grow in you. Mm-hmm. So that's really where I'm at, and I'm done.
It reminded me of Venus and Serena on that court, pivoting and smacking that ball, like being able to get low, being able to, do a love and a vote and all that kind of stuff when they be on there slamming that ball, just being able to pivot and chase it down when you like, get back over here,
yes,
over here, like, you know what I'm saying, like casting down imagination, actually grabbing it up, saying like,
I love that example.
You trying to deceive me. Mm-hmm. You trying to rob me.
Yeah, of my identity. Yeah. No. Not never no more.
Stars going on your face right now. I think that's from Cupcake's.
Her beating.
Yeah. You over there glistening.
Oh, okay.
Why is it reminding me of the Twilight movies when they be diamond and shining and all that?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
yes.
But it's like you Serena and Venus on that court.
Yes.
Spiritually, you handling your business because you like, man, no, I know I got to level up my game. I know that I can't play soft
or victim.
Yeah, true. I love it.
Thank you guys.
I love it.
Okay. We just like
hilarious. I think I'm moving from control. I think I was really trying to be in control of things and I didn't need to be. And I didn't realize I was trying to control things that were out of my control.
Right. Wow.
So I ended up, making a mistake. So that's something that I'm definitely moving from. And then I'm moving into growing in Him. And also that leads to multiple things, like growing in Him spiritually, growing in Him to adult, to know what it's like to have my own that He's given to me, not that I controlled, because I can't control because He's going to give it to me.
Right.
Really just staying still, learning to be in my posture even more so than what I thought I was. It's really a growth for me. Like I have to grow in Him to even do the things that He needs me to do. Because it's not about me. It's like me really learning, like I need to take that whole step back because there's other people that I need to talk to help that He wants me to do. And I really have to learn, because sometimes I subconsciously do it and not even realizing it. I can't be in control. How can I pass the test if I'm not fully relinquishing the control to Him?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like where is that middle ground? Not even a middle ground. Where is the sit down? You know what I mean? Because I'm wondering why I'm not passing this test because I'm not sitting down.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? Portion control. That He's going to give you portion control. That He knows what you can handle, when you can handle it, where you can handle it, and who can give it to you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so when I hear you say control, instantly Holy Spirit says to me, portion control. That not only will He have control, but then He will be able to control your portions as well. So then you know what portions can be put on your plate because He's doing all of the, He's doing all of the portions.
Exactly.
He's the one that's actually in control of what's going to be on there,
Absolutely.
Just how much lima beans you can take.
Right.
Right. What, nourishment you'll need. Beets, even though they're not good, they're good for you.
Right.
They're a good source of, vitamins and nutrients for you. How much meat to give you, if you even gonna get any meat in this portion.
Exactly.
Just a colorful palette of a plate.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. It's just portion control.
Yes.
That you no longer try to put, and then you angrily doing it. I'm just
Literally.
slapping all kind of
Literally.
stuff. Plate looking at hot
Literally.
mess, all kind of oatmeal slapped
Yes.
everywhere. You got oatmeal and hamburger meat mixed together.
Yes.
Corn. You
Yes.
like, what is this?
Like it don't even look good.
Right, exactly. And so he does it so beautifully. You know, the
Yes.
way that he places it on your plate and the way that he gives you exactly what you need when you need it for what season you're in.
Exactly.
And when, you know, oh, you now are dealing with, you know, faith. So let me go ahead and exercise this portion of faith for you. And then he put it on there so nice and so sweet and so kind, you know. And then it's like, okay, Lord, okay, Dad, you know, now I need to sit here as you sit down.
Yeah.
I need to sit down because I think about being at the table.
Right.
Sitting at the table, you're eating your meal. And he set it out so beautifully.
Yes.
You know, he put your placemat on there. He put your plate on there. You know, put the courses on there, give you your salad, your soup, you know.
Yes.
Thinking about being at Benihana's, how, you know, they, you know, served it and it was so beautiful.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? And they did it with the spirit of excellence.
Yes.
Servitude, you know,
Yes.
because Jesus was ultimate server. So just the way that he serves it to you.
Yes.
It's so amazing, you know. So to be able to know, okay, I thought I was in control when I really wasn't in control. Now I'm relinquishing control over to the Lord.
Yes.
And then he's giving me portion control.
Yes.
Like, that's so dope. Like that.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah. It's just like so amazing that like he knows what we can handle and when we can
Exactly.
handle it, and you know how much, how big, how long, how high, how wide, how strong. You know, he knows all of that, you know, so that he would then give you the ability to say, okay, now, baby girl,
Yes.
all right, I need to go ahead and take control because I'll let you do it. And you see how crazy it be.
Exactly.
Nobody can even eat this. You're
Right.
gonna have 19
Literally.
stomach aches and 3 bad portions of food poisoning.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
who eats oatmeal and hamburger meat? Like, who eats that together? You know.
Nobody.
You know, so that's amazing that you know he's allowing you to have that. You know, to be able to say okay, and be able to relinquish it and be completely okay with in the driver's seat. Because he ultimately knows what's best.
Exactly. It's
He knows what's
for
best.
it's for your own protection. Like he's saving you from heartache. He's saving
Yeah.
you from being angry. He's saving you from all the things that you will put yourself in with the choices that you make.
Right.
For him to like ultimate be like, okay, come on, like please sit down, please sit down. The stern talking to, you know what I mean? So I really do find that dope. I find that dope. I find that so dope. So grateful.
Yeah.
So grateful.
Yeah.
I want to cry because
Yeah.
when she said baby girl, that
Yeah.
made me want to cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Just
dope.
to know how, I mean, that he loves you, you know, through and through, no matter what mistakes that we put our own self in.
Yeah.
And we were talking about accountability.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes we also make the mistake of, you know, not realizing, no, you put yourself in that situation.
Absolutely.
That's okay though, love. I'm gonna come and get you out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still come and see about you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you drown in this sea of emotions that you're going through. All this
Yes.
anguish, all this pain, all this frustration, this depression, this
Yes.
sadness,
Yes.
this bitterness.
Yes.
I'm not gonna let you drown in that. Come on.
Yes.
You know, and then come and get you out. And then I think about, you know, how someone being in the swimming pool and you almost drown.
Yeah.
And you know how frantic you are, and then the lifesaver comes, the lifeguard. When I say lifesaver, I mean in Jesus.
Yeah.
He comes and wraps you up, gives you this huge big towel that has been sitting in one of those spa
warmers?
the warmers.
Yes.
And the way you feel loved.
Yes.
When he put that big towel around you and you're shaking, and he just let you know it's okay, you're safe.
Yes.
I got you. You know, it's
Yes.
just like, man, my God, like he's an ultimate lifeguard,
For real.
an ultimate savior, a lifesaver. Like he extends that thing to you.
Yes.
When you mess up, when you just are everywhere,
Right.
he still extends that thing and let you know it's okay. I love you.
Yes.
Like you were talking about, letting you know that you're safe. You know, no matter what you go through and what you did and how you felt, I'm okay. You
Yes.
can relax in me now.
Yes.
You know, it's like I'm on the job. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So that I want it.
Yes.
So amazing. Yeah. That's
So
good,
excited.
baby girl.
I'm so excited.
That's
for that.
good. Yeah, just to be able to get that, you know.
Yeah.
That's a treat. That's a
Yes.
special snack right there.
Yes.
When you realize, snap, I'm not in control. But I know
Exactly.
who is.
Yes.
And he can take care of all of this for me
Yes.
in a matter of seconds. He moves things in seconds.
Literally.
Sometimes he just waiting on us.
Absolutely.
Sometimes he just waiting on you. You know.
I feel like that's the
Sometimes,
majority of the
yeah.
time. That's the majority of the time.
He's just like, yeah.
So, are you gonna say yeah or no?
Yeah. right. Yeah, that's good.
Yes. Yes. Well, I could just cry. I could just cry. Very grateful. Loved. Grateful. Appreciative. Super appreciative. Super, super appreciative. Because, you know, like sometimes like you go so far back that you feel like you can't be saved, or you feel like he's not going to forgive you because of that internal dialogue, which is so crazy. Because it's kind of like sometimes people get in so much anguish that they're like, why would he even come see about me? And then it goes to the faith factor, like, wait, like, is he even real? Everybody's saying all these things, but you're so deep. Like, the devil have you so deep, and then you put yourself deeper, and then the devil just putting the cherry on top of that anguish. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's crazy. You know, it's so crazy what we do to ourselves. Ultimately, you know what I mean? We get in so much anguish about things and choices we made, but he's a forgiving God.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Ever-present help.
Yes.
Time of need.
Yes.
Come on, spitting a word, and I like it. I like it.
It's like some people are like, and a lot of people like my generation onto this next one, like they are depressed out here. They are depressed and they're just making up like all these words, but like God will give you the help that you need.
Yes. Yeah.
He can really do that for you. Like you don't have to sit in this.
Yeah.
Cause like even like my friends, the friends that I grew up with, all of them, I even still to this day, I feel like a lot of them are still dealing with depression. They don't even know how to put it away, or know how to set it. They're just living through life, and not even fixing it, or not even know how I'm gonna fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Sick
crazy.
and tired of ourselves, but feeling stuck in it. And it's like, you don't have to be sick. You ain't got to be tired, and you ain't got to be stuck.
Right.
And salvation is just like, oh, check.
Right.
Like, I got it. I got it all in me.
Yeah.
And I'll put it all in you.
Yes.
Give it all that you got to me, and I will exchange with you what it is that I got for you.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
especially for you and you and you and you and every single way that you need it.
Absolutely.
And I've been seeing these walks with these ladies and knowing, hey, look, this is real. And that's the main thing that I'm feeling when you're sharing, when you're speaking, when the tears is flowing. It's like, this is so real. Like, there's people who really yearn to have even a pen pal.
Yeah.
And God is beyond that. He didn't wrote it all down and told you, even goes off the grid and say things to you specifically in your situation.
Yeah.
And will show you in so many different ways how he is there.
Yeah.
So I feel like, man, we're really saying like, hey, you've been watching or you ain't been watching or you just stumbled upon this video. It was definitely for a reason. Like, you definitely need to know that you are not in this thing alone, and the things that feel so real to you probably may be just illusions, and the Lord is not.
Yeah.
And Christ really did come for you.
Yeah.
And Jesus really is real.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to hop on there and do all that, but just needs to know.
You didn't, but you did.
Like,
it needed to be said.
man.
Yeah, it needed to be said.
Hop in them comments and let us know
Yeah.
what you guys feel about it. We want to
What
hear
are
from
you
guys.
moving out of?
Yeah.
And what are you moving into?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well.
So
Well, no, this has been another wonderful episode of the Bloom Table. I'm Rosie,
I'm Cupcake.
I'm Sweet.
and we out.
Reach into the bag of soil and double down. You know the Lord told me grab a shovel and work the ground. Dropped a couple seeds, now they poking up out the ground. Got that on my knees until the blessings start raining down. Graduated from a couple problems, no cap and gown. They probably mad cause I made it from the basement. Crown on my head.